How you doing, everybody? Here we are with another edition of Cooking on the Flat Top Griddle. And summertime flat top griddles, we're going to be coming to you a little bit this year. Fun time is that I like the prep of what goes into cooking on the flat top. And today I'm going to show you something really, really fast and really, really simple to be able to do. And it won't take you very long to get dinner ready at all. Get your grill up to about 350, 375, roughly in that area. And tonight we're going to do mushrooms and onions, sauteed mushrooms and onion. And we're also going to do some asparagus. And we're going to do some shrimp on the grill. So as you know, if you've ever cooked shrimp before, it doesn't take very long to be able to do that, all right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our mushroom, a little bit of onion that I cut. This here and here. Okay. What I like to do is when we're sauteing, as opposed to grilling, because there is a little bit of a difference, is I cover them up so they more or less grill and steam at the same time, and then you get them nice and soft all the way through. And then of course when you're grilling, you normally use just either an oil or an oil-based butter, and then that's pretty much it when you're grilling. And also you can use a weight to hold down your onions to grill. But today what we're doing here, we're just going to do a little bit of the saute, okay? We're going to put this here, put the onions, or excuse me, the mushrooms right on top of the onions. Put these back here. Get everything nice and ready to go here. And this time, you are going to do the butter, oil. I use quite a bit because I don't want these to come around and get to a point to where they get too dry, because then you will start burning them. You don't want to do that when you're sauteing, okay? And one of the biggest things to sauteing, a lot of people like to use, what I like to use, a little W sauce or Worcestershire sauce, wash sauce, or wash your sister sauce. So here you go. Just a little bit on top, like that. And there. I'm going to cover that up. And we're going to let it steam back over here on this back side of the grill here for just a little bit, okay? Hot parts of this grill, if you have one of these, mine is a Maker's Mark. Is that right? Is it Maker's Mark?
I guess.
I think
it's from Sam's Club.
Right? Yeah. And a lot of people use Blackstone, but your hot parts of these grills are right down the center. You get a little bit of a less heat back here and not so much heat here. So we're going to let that steam for a little bit with those, and then that'll be good for that. So now, next, since shrimp takes such a short amount of time to cook, we're going to do our asparagus next, and we're going to get that on. Now what I've done with these asparagus already is I've snapped them already. Now some people are saying, wait a minute, what do you mean snap them? Well, if you've never seen me cook asparagus before, I will explain that to you, okay? So we got our wad of asparagus, and I'm going to put this over here on this side for now. We're going to flatten these all out on the grill here. Let them start grilling a little bit by themselves. Put a little bit of butter on there. Got a little grill magic we'll put on there. Basically just salt, pepper, a little bit of onion powder, just a tiny bit of garlic powder. I say that because my wife's down here and she don't like garlic too much, but you can't taste it that much. But anyway, here's the deal. Snapping. Some people will get their asparagus, they throw it on the grill. Fine. If that's the way you like it, fine. If you like to chew that for I don't know how long to get it down, great. But let me show you something. I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not. See right in here, the purple, that is still not completely done, okay? It's not completely ripe yet. So that's hard. It's extremely hard. So if you cut that in half, you're still going to have some left. So what I do is I just let it snap in the natural break, but right there, that's your natural break. Because see, inside, it's nice and soft inside. Well, I should say to the point of an asparagus, but it is at least to the point to where you can chew it. Same thing here. Again, just snap them where it naturally breaks on the end. Put that down, okay? You got another one? Same thing, okay? That's all I did with all of these, okay? So.
The floor is not your trash can.
I'm sorry?
The floor is not your trash can.
It is today.
No.
So, something else that I like to tell people, cook the asparagus how you want. If you are the kind who just likes to throw them on the grill, turn them a couple times and take them off and eat them where they're a little bit crunchy, great. That's fine. I like mine to be just a little bit of a char to them on all sides, but they still have just a little bit of crunch, but they're soft on the inside. That's the way I like it. And then one of the reasons I like it that way is because, So anyway, we're just going to have these grilled down, and you can just roll them. I just roll them. Let's check on what we're doing over here now. Calm down, good. Give this a nice good stir. Put it back under. See that? Calm that right down. And now we're just going to steam that all the rest of the way out and let those saute real nice under there, okay? We'll get this grilled to the point that we like it. It's starting to char a little bit, and it's getting soft at the same time. Oh yeah. See that scald on the outside? That's what I like right in here. Get that little scald, it turns brown just a little bit, and you get that char on the top. It's really nice. And some of these are going to cook differently on the grill due to their thickness, their length, also the heat of the grill, where they're touching at that particular part. Here's one here. And as they get done, you can start pulling them at any time, okay? So, one of the reasons that I wanted to film this particular dinner service for us tonight, because a school friend of mine had wanted to know, how do you get your shrimp to look like a photo that a restaurant does? You know how they're nice and golden, and they've got a nice little bit of a grill look to them. It's delicious looking in the picture, because as you know, a lot of us eat with our eyes first. However, keep in mind when you're looking at a photo from somebody that is cooking at a restaurant or whatever, that a lot of those photos aren't even taken at the restaurant. A lot of them are taken in a studio to make their shrimp look good. They use their ingredients to make it look good, but they have to have them perfect in the photo to make you go to the restaurant. Or
isn't some of that even not real food? The pictures? I've heard that some of it's not even real food.
Some of it is. I have seen wax burgers look as good as burgers in photos.
Yeah.
So a lot of that happens. I don't know, and you just can't hardly tell what's what. Okay, so now I'm not saying all restaurants do that, because that's not the case. There are restaurants out there that don't use a photo from a studio or anything like that. They actually do it themselves. At Morgan's, we do our own photography of our own dishes. So what you're seeing right there is how it's going to look when you come out to Morgan's and you get one out there. Whatever it is that you're looking for, whether it's shrimp or a sandwich, fries, whatever, you'll see how they look in our actual photos right there from our kitchen. So these are done. They look good. Put those on here. And see, the nice thing about this grill, you can do one of two things. You can take your plate, or your pan I should say, and you can set it on the side of the grill so that it stays nice and warm. Or you can just set it to the side. If they cool a little bit, that's okay. Because it doesn't take shrimp that long. Okay? Literally, shrimp will cook a minute and a half on one side, and a minute to a minute and a half on the other side. A little bit of steam in the middle. Having trouble with that guy. Okay, so he's there. All right, so there's that. I'm gonna put these here just so they stay warm a little bit, okay? All right, now, let me get our shrimp going here in a minute. Take another look at this. Oh yeah, see? It's not burning, they're sauteing. See that? They're turning a little brown and they're softening, which is what we want underneath that dome, and the dome is what gives us that, okay? So we're gonna put the dome back on. Leave that there. Now, Teresa wants a different kind of seasoning on hers. She wants Creole, and I'm going to use the classic, which is Old Bay, which is right here. I lost track as to where it was. We're just going to take some nice oil, butter sauce. Oil is what I call it. It's oil butter, oil flavored butter, however you want to say it. We're going to put that on the grill.
I apologize for the shaking camera.
Okay, just like that. Put you a nice heavy dose of it on there. Now, you can get the peel medium, which I like, because they're deveined and you can peel them and they're bigger. Or, I took the liberty this time to buy the deveined with peeled.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she don't like, Teresa's not fond of
the legs.
Of the legs and all that. So
they're gross.
Okay. Put them on. Try to do yourself a favor when you do this. Flatten them out to where all of them are out on the grill. Okay, like that. Just two. Okay, put them down on the grill. Make sure they're touching. All of them. Okay? We'll put a little Creole on hers. She likes the Creole.
I do.
I do too, but I also like Old Bay, so we're going to sprinkle Old Bay over here. Okay? We'll let those sit for about a minute to a minute and a half tops. That's it. You don't want them any more than that. The one thing that I always find in a lot of restaurants, and I don't know why, is that when you go, you can tell if the chef has either cooked the shrimp there and he's either overcooked them, or he's just used cooked shrimp, threw it on the grill to get it warm and charred, and pulled them back off, because that will overcook them also. They're already cooked. And it's hard to get a nice sear on a shrimp. If it's cooked, it's also hard to get a sear on a shrimp and still make it taste like it's fresh, and that's hard to do. So you want to do the raw shrimp, okay? We're coming up here, we'll give it about another, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 seconds at that. So when you start seeing them look opaque and that white coming through, that's the time to get your shrimp and turn them. You can tell which ones you've missed because they will not have any kind of a sear on them at all. And you lose the effect of what your seasoning looked like before you turned it. If you turn them and you're not seeing that grill or that sear, it's not hot enough. The other thing too is that this grill, all of these grills that you get from the store-bought like this, also another thing that they are very unevenly cooking machines unless you get something very expensive. And normally those grills that you see are a lot thicker. Okay, so we're going to put all these really close together here, and we're going to cover these up with a dome, and we're going to steam them for about 30 seconds. And that's about it. And you're talking literally at about 3 minutes tops. In the meantime, look at here. We're good.
Just letting you.
Look at that.
Yep, very nice.
Sautéed mushrooms and onions. Oh my goodness sakes, look at that. There we go. Okay, that's good there. Put them back down here. Okay, now we're going to push these out of the oil. And onto a little bit more of a hotter surface. Right here. We were in the garage today because, as you can tell, great Indiana weather we're having. 41 degrees and rain. Somebody obviously didn't tell Mother Nature that it's spring and summertime. Coming to the summertime. All right, done. Pull them. Okay. I'm gonna put you down there a little bit. Oh, pretty. You want a divider, huh?
Yep.
There's that. And as you can look very closely, for my friend who wanted to know, if you get really nice and close and the right lighting, those shrimp will show up just like the picture that you were asking about. She wanted that golden look, that shimmered look, and that's exactly how you get that. 3 minutes top on shrimp. You don't want any more than that or it's going to taste like rubber. They will be fantastic and they will be sweet, and they're going to be nice and tender when you go to chew them. So there you go, asparagus. We got some sauteed onions and mushrooms, and of course delicious shrimp. And we'll top it off with a little bit of cocktail sauce.